The way in which celebrities live can seem like a dream, but even dreams can turn into nightmares in just a short period of time. With millions of fans following your every move, it's only a matter of time before a celeb finally slips up. In today's video though, we'll be breaking down all the fans who expose their favorite celebrities. Welcome to Top 10 Beyond the Screen, I'm your host Johnny Rogers, and before we kick this video off, if you want to see more videos about what your favorite celebrities are up to lately, just tap that playlist in the corner of your screen. Also, if you don't want to miss another daily video from us, make sure you smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Now without any further delay, let's get right into today's list of the top 10 celebrities who were exposed by their fans, part 2. In at number 10, Jack Maynard. Jack Maynard was once part of the British reality TV series called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Jack had to pull out of the show though just after 3 days in the jungle, and part of the reason had nothing to do with actually surviving in that jungle. The YouTube star, who has 1.53 million subscribers, was exposed big time when a series of nasty tweets from 2011 to 2013 began to emerge. In addition to the racist and homophobic tweets that he put out, he was also accused of soliciting nude photos from a 14-year-old fan on his Facebook account. All of these tweets have been deleted from his Twitter page, but there were a ton of screenshots where he called people the N-word, like a ton of tweets where he did this. His representative went on to tell the press that Jack is ashamed of these tweets and that he would never use that language now, and realizes this kind of retaliatory, inflammatory, insulting language is completely unacceptable. In response to this, Jack said, "I'm sorry to anyone that I upset, anyone that I offended, anyone that I made feel uncomfortable. Growing up, I was all over social media, my entire life was on social media, and through that it led to my job. I've tweeted some bad things, some horrible things that I'm ashamed of. I never wanted to make anything like this. I feel like I've let you guys down so much. I was young, I was stupid, I was careless, I just wasn't thinking." Well, we know that much is true. In at number 9, Ellen DeGeneres. Not only does Ellen have a mean streak with her guests, both celebrities and even her own audience, it turns out she is especially not a fan of people with disabilities. Within the Kevin Porter tweet, Josh Levesque replied with this: "A friend of mine told me about a custodian she knew who was fired because he was slightly autistic and forgot he wasn't allowed to look at or speak to her, and he loved greeting everyone." Then there was this heartbreaking one. Lindsay Jamba tweeted, "My brother is a Make-A-Wish kid. His wish was to be at the 12 Days of Ellen, which was arranged 1 month before they canceled because Ellen refuses to interact with disabled people. Crushed his heart." That's messed up and something you just can't ignore. In at number 8, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a freak of nature when it comes to his skills on the football field, and with his big trade to Tampa Bay, the state of Florida is going to have to contain his excessive need to work out. I mean, you'd think that he'd just have a gym in his mansion, but Brady was actually caught working out in a park that was closed due to the pandemic. The best part was that when a city worker walked over to tell him that the park was closed, he thought she was just asking for an autograph, which maybe she was later on when she found out that it was Tom Brady. Either way, the city of Tampa's Twitter account even tweeted at him saying, "Sorry Tom Brady, our Tampa Parks rec team can't wait to welcome you and our entire community back with even bigger smiles. Until then, stay safe and stay home as much as you can to help flatten the curve." In at number 7, Doja Cat.
It's a flu. I would literally I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Don't worry everyone, Doja Cat has cured corona, and all it took was getting exposed by her fans on IG Live. In that clip, she goes on to say that all you need to do is take some Mucinex, drink some tea, and get some rest. She continues to say several times during her IG Live that people are scared for no reason and that it's only a flu. Yes, that's why the entire planet was told to stay indoors, except for essential services, that is. In reality, she was probably downplaying the pandemic out of fear that her own tour was going to be cancelled, which it was, because newsflash, everything was cancelled. Sitting at your house though and telling your fans they have nothing to worry about is much more dangerous than she will ever know. Instead, she could be writing or creating new music, but nope, we all definitely needed this bizarre rant from another celebrity. In at number 6, Tekashi 6ix9ine. His real name is Daniel Hernandez, but under his rap name he had shot to fame with the release of his debut mixtape Day 69. However, just as he was beginning to build a career in the entertainment industry, he was arrested for violating the federal RICO Act. These were laws pertaining to racketeering, influenced and corrupt organizations. He faced a minimum of 32 years, which was a lot better than the original 47-year sentence that he was given. After deciding to snitch on the other crimes committed by the 9 Trey Bloods, allegedly along with Mr. Hernandez, they committed a number of illegal activities including murder, robbery, and narcotics trafficking for the benefits of protecting the power, territory, and profits of the gang and its organization. Once Tekashi was on house arrest though, he couldn't just stay off social media. This is actually one of those celebrities who exposed themselves during this pandemic. Thanks to his constant flexing on Instagram, Tekashi has had to relocate several times after fans kept discovering where he was staying. In at number 5, Jimmy Fallon. During a sketch for the NBC Tonight Show host, Jimmy Fallon apologized for doing an impersonation of fellow comic Chris Rock while in blackface during a 2000 episode of Saturday Night Live. Discussion of Jimmy's 20-year-old skit surfaced after a video of it was posted online. According to entertainment trade media outlet Variety, it was posted on Twitter by a user named Chef Boy O'Dear. It showed Fallon as Chris Rock appearing on a talk show.
Rock, now we're talking. Where is he? Man, oh man, read this book. I've seen Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and guess what? Not a lot of black folks on the show.
When the clip began to go viral, many people called for Fallon to be fired from The Tonight Show altogether, although instead he just issued this lengthy apology. Fallon tweeted, "In 2000 while on SNL, I made a terrible decision to do an impersonation of Chris Rock while in blackface. There is no excuse for this. I am very sorry for making this unquestionably offensive decision and thank all of you for holding me accountable." He seems genuinely sorry for this mistake and fully aware now at least that even his fans are going to be holding him accountable. In at number 4, Britney Spears. Now most of these celebrities are being exposed for something terrible that they did in the past, but for Britney it was her conservatorship that was actually exposed by her fans. A Free Britney movement had started online that claimed that the celeb was being manipulated and had not been in control of her life for the last 12 years. This was approved by the court system in 2008 after Spears had several public mental breakdowns. This decision then put her entire estate, financial assets, and some of her personal assets all under the control of her father and his lawyer. Spears was spotted driving her SUV with her son Sean on her lap and not strapped into a car seat. She also famously shaved her head and was seen hitting a photographer's car with an umbrella. These are just a few examples for her father to take complete control over her life, but now that we are 12 years removed from these events, many fans feel that Britney should be able to handle her own personal matters. In at number 3, Colleen Ballinger. Colleen has said before that she has always tried to directly engage with her fans, and due to the nature of how open she is about her life, sometimes she shares too many intimate details with them. Due to her cultivating this very young audience and naming a fan as the head of her fan club, Colleen started being accused of grooming a child. The claim comes after Ballinger gave away lingerie during a live stream that she had purchased but never worn. Colleen went on to explain that when taken out of context, she understands why this would make her look like a terrible person. With no context, you just see a 30-year-old woman sending underwear to a 13-year-old fan. Very inappropriate, but as Colleen stated in her video, it was just part of the many strange things that she has sent to her fans. While addressing that in particular, Colleen said that she doesn't know what she was thinking at the time and realizes just how awful this was to do, which goes to show you how much her Miranda Sings character has really affected her real life and the decisions that she was making at that time. In at number 2, Justin Bieber. Before Justin Bieber got married to Hailey Baldwin, he was infamous for hooking up with his fans. It became so well known that he would do this, hundreds of fans would figure out where his hotel was going to be and just crowd outside of the entrance. During a Reddit that had inquired about stories of people that have slept with rock stars, this Bieber story just happened to pop up, and upon reading it, I realized just how far Bieber was taking these fan interactions. A user named Molly Moon said, "Summer of 2013, my friends and I met Justin Bieber at Music Nightclub in Toronto. One of my friends ended up leaving with Justin and his boys to go back to the Hazelton Hotel. She ended up sleeping with Justin and multiple boys from his crew. There were like 5 girls there and they made them all sign contracts and took away their cell phones. He referred to himself as JB and made everyone sit around and listen to him sing for like an hour while he continuously smoked a ton of weed." I don't know what's worse, the fact that he took away their cell phones or the fact that he made them sit around and listen to him sing. Last but certainly least, in our number 1 spot, James Franco. The dangerous thing with James Franco interacting with his fans is that he realizes just how famous he is and therefore believes that he can get away with a lot of terrible stuff. For example, the time that he decided to slide into the DMs of a fan that was underage. A girl from a small Scottish town was on a trip to New York City when she ended up getting to meet Franco at his Broadway show called Of Mice and Men. After tagging him in an Instagram video that is no longer available, James began flirting with her through the app. Lucy didn't believe that it was actually James Franco, so she inquired about proving his identity, which he did with no issue. He was then very aggressive with trying to get this fan into his bed, which really changes the way you just look at James Franco. I mean, asking if he should get a hotel room right after asking if she was single is nuts. Then to see her tell him that she would come back to NYC when she turned 18 only made him persist further, which was really gross and proved that he had crossed the line. And that has been the top 10 celebrities who were exposed by their fans part 2. Thank you so much for watching and thank you to our editors for all of their hard work. If you enjoyed this video, then please show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on today's list. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up. From top 10 beyond the screen, my name is Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy.